Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy April. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my finances for the month of March 2022. All right, we're just going to go right into it. We are entering quarter 2 of 2022. In this video, I'm going to talk about my updates, my money goal updates, and then share with you all of my spending, my net worth, all that jazz, just like every other month. If you are interested in the spreadsheets I use, that will be linked down below. I will also be posting a Clever Fox budget planner update video probably at some point this weekend, and anything else that's relevant will be linked down below. So I'm just going to start with general money updates to begin with. The first update is that I renewed my lease for my apartment. This is my third time renewing, or has it been 4 times? I think third time. I've been here since February 2019, and I actually got in at a really good rate at the time, which I'm realizing now, and obviously prices have skyrocketed when it comes to renting houses, everything in that area. So I was surprised, but at the same time I wasn't surprised when I received my letter for renewal of this apartment and they were increasing by like $160 something. So I negotiated that to the best of my ability, and I kept doing this. I was very persistent about it and probably got pretty annoying. I'm always very respectful, but I will keep on negotiating. Like, I won't let you forget what I'm asking for. So I was able to lower what the increase. It's still a big increase, but I was able to lower it. I'm still way below the, trending rates right now, and my actual floor plan goes for over $2,000, which is insane. And I honestly feel bad for people that are trying to move into this apartment or any apartments right now, because that is insane and honestly, in my opinion, totally unacceptable. But okay, so my previous lease was $1,411. That includes my lease plus trash, which is mandatory, and then a pest fee. Not pet, pest. So that's like $3. Now it's all of that is going to be going up to $1,537 per month. So again, it's those 3 things. That's a $126 increase. They were trying to increase it further than that, but I was able to negotiate them to lower it by the trash and pest fee amount, so by $38, so that I could include that in my increase, if that makes sense. So my rent itself is going from $1,389 to $1,499, which is a lot of money, and this should be interesting, but that's not going to start until May. It's going to be a prorated amount in May and then go to the full amount after that, and we'll just see what happens. Next update is that I filed my taxes, and I honestly was expecting to get somewhat of a refund, but I ended up having to owe money to federal. So I owed $814. I've already paid that. I just pulled from my taxes sinking fund, which I actually do have to like make up for over the next few months as much as possible, just so because I do still have to pay quarterly estimated taxes from the first 2 months of the year because I was at my previous job and they don't pull taxes. And then obviously any of my side hustle income, I need to pay quarterly estimated taxes on still. The reason that I ended up having to owe money for federal was because of those M1 finance referrals, which is not really a bad thing because that was almost $5,000 in 2021, which is amazing. And the money's being invested, so it's growing on its own, with capital gains and such and dividends, so that's good. But I am getting a refund from state, $277. That's basically what I paid for my taxes to be filed, so that covers that. And yeah, I already paid the $814. It's not a big deal. I now know going forward that I need to be paying taxes on that because I didn't really realize that, and I should be good next year. And then my final update is that my CNBC Millennial Money video went out, and I'm actually going to be making a whole video on this because I kind of just want to explain everything, because I applied to that in 2020, and I looked back at the video of when I applied and I had like maybe 400 subscribers on this channel, so that's insane. That was in 2020, and then they reached out to me February this year. I had never applied again, so it kind of just came out of nowhere, and I'm kind of upset. Well, first, let me say that I am very, very grateful that I had this opportunity to be featured, and that even 2 years later, they were able to find my application and reach out to me. Obviously, it is free exposure, free promo for my channel. My channel has already grown, so if you are new here, welcome, and I hope you stick around. And I'm very grateful for the team over at CNBC. But if you watch that video and you look at the budget breakdown, it is not correct whatsoever. And I'm quite upset about that because they would not allow me to see the video beforehand or like give me anything like, you know, I couldn't see that they were going to be publishing these numbers that were completely incorrect. So, you know, they put on there that my discretionary spending per month is $1,000. Like, in what world? I don't know. And I also don't take home $6,400 as I listed in that. So I'm just pretty upset that everything was really wrong. Like, I don't know where these numbers came from because I gave a list of my spending and like broke it down exactly how, you know, an average of what I spend every single month. So I don't know where the major mess up came. So I do want to make a video explaining that. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. I am very grateful, but I feel like they missed a lot of things. Like my interview, I'll go into this in a different video, but my interview was like an hour and a half long. So I was talking for over an hour, and they have over an hour of footage of me talking, and they did not put much info into this video, like how I got my career, why I transitioned careers, all these things that I talked about. I even talked about like my health issues further and, you know, things I like doing outside of finances. And yeah, I'm just upset that they got the numbers wrong, really. But I'm going to try my best to like make a video for that to make up for it because I don't know. I am already getting, like, I see the comments there and I kind of just have to stay away because people are already being mean, and that's what I was afraid of. Like, I didn't want hate coming here, and that's already starting to happen, and I'm so grateful for the growth, but I'm just really trying to focus on all the positive feedback from y'all and the kind people. Anyways, let's get into my goals that I had set for March. I wanted to put at least $1,000 to my student loan savings. I did not do that. Just fair warning, I didn't reach any of my goals, so this was like a common theme in March. Any of my personal goals, I didn't reach those. Like, it was just a busier month and things like took priority over everything else, or I just was like getting used to working a new job and all this stuff. So I ended up putting over $800 to my student loans. So I was, you know, $177 short. I'll give you the exact number in just a moment. It's not a big deal. That's still, you know, over $800 that I added to that, which is great. Next goal was to make at least $1,500 in online income. I was about $100 short, which is okay. That's still, like, I'm not complaining. I got over $1,300, so that is always helpful. And then, of course, I'll do my usual online and extra income update video. My final goal was to reach a $10,000 net worth, and I was close. You'll see my net worth update, but I didn't quite get there. I really wanted to hit this in March, but I think I'll definitely by May, but possibly in April. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into my spending from March and then all the fun numbers. All right, so I will be going down to the corner of your screen. As I mentioned, if you're interested in these spreadsheets, they will be linked down below and you can get them for free. And we are going to start with my income. So I didn't know what to expect from work because this is new to me as far as taxes go. Like, my career before, I had to pay my own taxes. I didn't have to pay like Social Security and all that stuff. So I knew that this would be a lower income. Plus I'm contributing $300 a month to my 401k. So that lowers my take-home pay even more, which is fine. And I had predicted, I think initially, like almost $4,000 take home or $3,900 something. That was not the case. So I ended up making $3,522.01. Now, this is a little bit lower than it will be because on my first paycheck, they ended up taking out taxes for the state that they are located in, but I don't live there. So I ended up paying extra state taxes because then they charged me for 2 billing periods from Georgia state taxes. So I think this is like $150 short. I don't really know. I think I'll get that money later, but it's not a big deal. Luckily I caught it pretty early on, so we should be taken care of there. But yeah, this is a little bit lower. Definitely something I can work with because I make more money on the side and that is helpful. But if I was just making this income, I would probably not really be able to live my life here. Next is my business income. That was $1,390.22. I will be filming an update video on where my side hustle income comes from, as well as my extra income, which is the next one. I made a lot of extra income in March, which I was happy about. $1,036.17. You can see how many there were many different sources for this, and it was a strong month as far as that goes, and obviously that is super helpful. I made $5,948.48. This obviously isn't exactly my take-home pay because I have to pay taxes on my extra income. And then I did pull money from my sinking funds, which I will come back to. You can see them here, but we'll come back and discuss that. That was $1,453, so that allowed me to make everything work in March. Let's get to my actual spending. First, for my taxes, this is like tax savings that I put into a high yield savings account so I can pay my quarterly estimated taxes. I did $300 instead of my budgeted $250 because you can see here that I needed to go up a little bit. This is what that number is calculating. And then I also need to replenish the money that I took out. So I'm just gonna add a little bit extra each time, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Sinking funds, always $1,200, including my emergency fund. For my Roth IRA, I did the usual $300, all in BTSAX. And then Coinbase, I budgeted $100, but I did not. I ended up not investing in crypto in March, and I'm just gonna hold off on that for a little bit. Donate, I did donate my usual $50, always to animal rescues. Rent, trash, and pest fee, that's still $14.11. Wi-Fi with Google Fiber, $55. Electricity, I budgeted $65. It ended up at $61.47, so under budget by a little bit. Water and sewage, I know the month before, remember this was really expensive because I woke up one day in February and my toilet water was still running like through the whole hours of my sleep. So that was $53.19. Groceries, I budgeted $500 because I thought I had more spending room on my Discover card so I could take advantage of all of the cash back I can get. And I may be like short a couple dollars on the like how much I can actually get back from them. It's too late now because it is April 1st, but I didn't end up spending $500. I did $359.40 on groceries, which is really good for me. And I think the main reason is because I've really been simplifying my foods and kind of just like going back to the basics, which has saved me a lot of money. And plus I've been purchasing things, like you'll see I purchased like some protein products. I put that under health/beauty. So technically it may be considered groceries because it's like protein powders or protein bars, but I put it under health and beauty. So yeah, I guess technically I did go over budget on that, but at the actual grocery store, this is what I spent. For food out, I went over budget and not too bad, but I budgeted $30, ended up spending $36.59. $6.10 was for a coffee. Wow, that's a lot for a coffee. That's absurd. I paid $15 when I went out to eat with my previous coworkers, and then $15.49 for ice cream. Jenny's ice cream for my boyfriend and I. Gas for my car, I budgeted $50. I only got gas once, and that was at the beginning of March when prices were pretty high. I think I paid $3.70 at this point, and I know then after they went up to like, I think about like $1 higher, like $4.60 here, $4.40, something like that. But luckily I've been working from home and driving a lot less, so I didn't need to get any more gas. But just that one fill was $51.32. For my student loans, again, my goal was $1,000, but I ended up saving $822.62, so $177 short, but that is okay. Health and beauty, y'all know I struggle with budgeting for this. So $150 is what I budgeted, but I ended up spending $487.08 because the bulk of this was on protein. I went through I just wanted to buy protein. I ended up like reviewing them for my other channel. Live Body is a supplement. PE Science is where I buy like my workout supplements, plus I got some protein bars, protein powder from another company, and then I did go to a sports chiropractor because I was having like some hip pain. I just want to I think I might have talked about this. I'm not sure if I started, I think I might have edited it out when I started talking about it, because something I want to do, or I've always wanted to do, is like go to a sports chiropractor and a massage, like get a massage on a regular basis. So like every 6 weeks for the both of those. But I always told myself I would wait to be debt free to do that. And I don't know why I put that limitation on myself, because even if I do go to the sports chiropractor and a massage every 6 weeks, which to me is very important and helps me to maintain like my physical health, because I am very active and it's just good for you. Yeah, that would only slow me down by like 2 months of paying off debt. So I am going to start going on a more regular basis. It may not be every 6 weeks, but I do want to, you know, try my best to maintain my physical health as much as possible. So that a sports chiropractor is more expensive than just like a regular chiropractor, at least from my experience, but they do a lot more. And yeah, so that was $126.76 for that. And that is after insurance. So it just depends. I may get some of that money back, but we'll see. For my phone, that was $40. For the dogs, I budgeted $642 because of, this is like the usual money I send my sister, plus insurance for the both of the dogs, and then vet visits and teeth cleaning. It was supposed to be like $642. I forgot why I adjusted it. Why did it end up? Oh, we got some money off because of the insurance. So I ended up sending my sister $623 for that. So a little bit of a savings there, $19. For my business, I budgeted $12. I did spend $12. Netflix, $13.99, final month at that rate. And then personal, I remember I had set the goal of like only wanting to spend in like the things that I plan to do. Like I wanted to buy like bikinis for Hawaii, vacay clothes. And I did for the, well, I went over budget by $9. So that's not too bad, because I ended up buying some herbs for my balcony for the springtime. I actually meant to budget for this in March. I was gonna put it on my budget as like balcony garden. I don't want anything extensive. I do just like to have like basil and mint, maybe some lavender just to be there, and then eventually I'll buy tomatoes and such because those do well on balconies. But that was only like $12. The rest was on, you know, bathing suits and clothes for my trip to Hawaii. Car insurance I did pay for $505.80, and that was pulled from my sinking fund. I had enough money in my sinking fund to cover that and then some. My taxes, I paid my CPA to file my taxes. That is $275. I was expecting $285 because he increases $10 every year, or at least that's what I thought he did, but it ended up still being $275. I was expecting to buy a pass to Stone Mountain, which is why I budgeted $50 for parking. I ended up not doing that, so $0 there. That's only, I'm still going to, probably I should have budgeted that for April. But the reason for this was because the weekends were either like too cold or I didn't have time to go out to Stone Mountain. I obviously didn't go at all. It was raining, something like that. So we'll get there probably in April. For gifts, I budgeted $50, ended up spending $97.64. This was for my stepmom and my mom, which is, I like combined this because I split it with my sister. And then I ended up purchasing something for Sebastian. It's actually like an experience, and myself, so that's actually included there. But I pulled, I think, $98 from my gifts sinking fund. Next, I purchased a course. I actually probably could have asked my job to pay for this, but it was only $12.99, so I was like, whatever, I'll just pay for it. It's actually study materials, like practice exams for another certification in Salesforce. And yeah, I'm preparing for that, so I just went ahead and purchased it. And then my 2021 taxes owed, I paid $814. As I mentioned, that is what the bulk of this is from, so I pulled $814 from my taxes sinking fund, but I will need to replenish that at some point to make sure I don't owe again for 2022. So in total, you can see here, I spent $7,741.38. We are a little bit in the red, but just keep in mind that I always am able to move money around. I never keep, I don't have like credit card debt. I don't have revolving credit card debt or anything of that sort. So it doesn't mean I'm overdrafting my account. It doesn't mean I have debt or anything, any more debt. It's just I'm able to move money around, pull from sinking funds, make things work. These numbers aren't always 100% accurate when I'm calculating my expenses subtracted from my income. But yeah, that is everything for the month of March. And now I want to talk about my savings and net worth. Okay, let's look at my savings. I did hide the rest of the year, but you can see the previous 2 months and the changes between those. And we're going to start with my sinking funds. And these are in my high yield savings account. And this is everything on the last day of March with the interest on there as well. So for my tax savings, that's at $1,889.19. As I mentioned, I pulled from this for paying my taxes, so I do need to get this back up to make sure I pay all of my taxes. Emergency fund is looking nice and healthy, $4,813.25. Slowly but surely we'll hit my goal. Gifts, I'm at $112.99. I did pull some from that. Travel, $200.93. This will get up to $300 in April, and then I'm probably going to pull all of the $300 from there. But of course I'll update then. Car/car maintenance, $1,459.70. That's growing nicely. Car insurance, I did pull from that, so it just added my usual $90, so $90.19 left in there. Beauty, $256.29. This is for future expenses, like after I'm debt-free, just trying my best to prepare for that because it's things that I've wanted for a long time. Zero to profit, still haven't done anything with this, so that's still just chilling there, $14.05. My MacBook, so I want to purchase a new MacBook. I'll probably buy this, I don't know, this quarter, I think, like May, maybe. I'm at $1,104.02. Also have a sinking fund for purchasing a new phone, and that's at $381.53. I'll probably buy that like in 2023, honestly, I don't know. Student loan savings is looking good at $15,508.94. And you can see my total savings, $25,831.08, a little bit up from last month, but not too much, like $600. And then here we have my investments. So we're gonna start with my Roth IRA, which I contribute $300 to monthly, and it's up 6.6% at $9,753.83, which is going pretty strong. I know that back in February, there was quite a big dip in the, just market in general, and then things started going back up in March. I'm excited to get over that $10,000 mark in my Roth IRA alone. That will be a new milestone for me. My 401k, obviously it was zero last month and the month before because I've never had a 401k. Now I put in $300, my employer matches that, so we are at $606.25. This actually isn't completely accurate because what it shows on the website is that I have $306.25 in there, but it's processing the additional $300. It takes like 5 to 7 business days, so it doesn't show on my account. So I just added $300 additional to that, so it should probably be a little bit higher than this. In1 Invest, all from referrals, went up a lot, so up 14.1%, and we are at $6,564.92. This is a huge thank you to y'all for using my referral link, which is always linked down below, and they had that $50 promo. I think in March I got like $600 or something in referrals, or $500, somewhere around there, and then just capital gains in general, the market started going back up. Coinbase I didn't add anything to, but that went up as well, 6%, $621.40 there. And then Webull, I'm still just waiting on this stock to go back up. It's a Starbucks stock, $91.72, which is down 0.8%. I got this, I didn't purchase it. I got it as a referral, so I think it was $111 at the time, so I should have just sold it. But I'm waiting until it gets to that again, and then I'll sell. It's not a big deal either way. I just really don't like the Webull investing platform, so I also don't like to have individual stocks. To me, it's not necessary. So I'll sell that eventually and put it toward my debt. And then Fidelity is also a similar thing. So I just use that to get a free $100. And then after a few months, I'm going to pull that money out, put it toward my debt. So that's sitting at $148.25, and we are up 1.2%. And actually, I forgot to calculate here. Let me calculate that real quick. Wow, we're up over $2,000 in investments. Obviously, that's really good. Insert note, up 13.1%. Beautiful. So between everything, you can see I went up about $3,000, but when it comes to my net worth, I don't actually use my taxes for any of that. Like, I don't count that toward my net worth. Yeah, so let's go to my net worth, because everything is copied down here from what I just showed you, but I also add in my checking account on the last day of the month. So that was a little bit lower. You can see $2,715 rather than my usual like $3,300 or so. So that's going to take some getting used to. And you can see that my assets went up. My liabilities, of course, stayed the same because I do still have my student loan debt, but we have a nice positive number still. So I was at $5,507, and then in March I hit $8,443.97. Y'all know I did want to reach 10,000, but I didn't quite get there. That's okay. We are pretty close, and I do think I'll probably hit that within the next couple of months anyway. I'm just happy to see this going in an upward direction, and it's just going to be really exciting to like actually pay my debt down and to see this number continue to grow, because it's pretty insane to see the difference over one quarter, over 1 year, over the last 4 years, you know, like when I started this journey. So overall, it's just very exciting, and I'm happy with this number. The final number I have to share is my credit score, my Vantage score. I get this through Credit Karma. It went up 1 point to 784. I don't know why exactly. Sometimes that just happens, but yeah, looking good with that. And I am going to actually unhide all of this, so we can see my graph from all of 2021 to now. So this is looking nice. Look at that. That's insane. I was negative 23,507 January 2021. Let's see where I was a year ago. Negative 17,475. So how many? I'm up like 20 grand. Is that right? Negative 17, maybe more than that. Almost 30 grand, right? I don't know. I can't do quick math in my head, but yeah, this is what it's looking like for the last year and few months. And then you probably already saw it, but just for 2022, we got it going at a nice vertical angle. So yeah, that is everything for my month of March. I know this video is really long because it always is, and I'm not gonna talk much longer, but overall, I just want to say thank you so much for making all of this possible. Obviously, I make money from my full-time job and stuff like that. Like, this has been a long journey, but having this platform and, you know, the ability to express myself here, to document my journey and to make extra income, get something like being featured on CNBC is pretty incredible. And I'm just so grateful for all of these opportunities that I have. And obviously a lot of this wouldn't be possible without y'all. So I just wanted to say another thank you. I really appreciate you all for being here, whether you've been here for, you know, since the beginning, or if you're brand new, thank you. But yeah, with that being said, please comment down below how your month of March went. And of course, I will be having all my usual videos, so stay tuned for everything in the next couple of weeks. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It really supports my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.